Hello and welcome once again, everyone. I'm Pat Olson here on the CUSD YouTube channel as we continue on with yet another interview with one of our administrators and another new administrator here to Cabrillo Unified School District. We welcome Mrs. Tiffany Zammit. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Half Moon Bay High School.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you very much.
So you're an assistant principal here at Half Moon Bay High School. Walk us through the process that had you make the decision to apply to this school district and the decision to come to the coast and work here on this campus.
All right. Well, I decided to come to the coast because I'm a coastal native. I was born and raised in Pacifica, California, so the coast is my home. I spent some time working in Northern California, or further north rather, and decided I was ready to come home to the coast, and I love the community here in Half Moon Bay, and so that's what really drove me to apply here.
You're the assistant principal for curriculum and instruction, so viewers that may not know exactly what that means, add some detail to what that position entails.
So what that means is I do share in the role as far as discipline is concerned. So I do work with I will be working with 9th and 11th graders in discipline this year. I'll be overseeing freshmen and juniors. But I don't oversee facilities and maintenance and sports and things like that. That's Mr. Strong's role. I oversee teachers and the curriculum instruction department chairs and drive all the work that they're doing and support them in this role. So all the teaching and learning that's going on.
All right, now it's been sort of a whirlwind because you applied for the job, as I recall, it was kind of like late July, early August when the interview process was happening. You get the good news, you're hired. And suddenly here it comes, the first start of the school year. So with all that said, what kind of preparations have you been involved in gearing up for that first day when nearly 1,000 students will walk on this campus?
A lot of preparation, getting me up to speed, or I've been getting up to speed on all the ins and outs and how Half Moon Bay functions, getting master schedule set, hiring teachers still that we needed to hire as I came on board. What else did we have to do? Schedule changes and things like that for students, and really getting prepared for all of our orientations and things. So with freshmen through seniors in the last week that we've had, preparing for all that. And yeah, I think that's not all of it, but a lot of it.
Covers quite a bit of it, yeah. Now you were a student athlete yourself. I know that I think it was one of the water sports you were involved in.
Yes.
And so tell us about that element for a kid, because here on this campus we have just under 1,000 students. 650 are student athletes. That was even more than I said to the parents in freshman orientation. It's a high number. So that's an important part of what happens at schools, isn't it? It was an important part for you going through school.
Absolutely. It's really important. So in high school, I was a basketball and soccer player, and then in college I went on to be a part of the crew team, the rowing team in college at UC Davis. And it's such a big deal. I think it's great. I think it's 62% of the population here is a student athlete. So I'm going to be a huge proponent of all the athletics here because it really creates a well-rounded student. You have to balance work, play, and academics and all those things. So it's going to play into their success in college, I believe. So yeah, it's awesome that many students here are into athletics.
With school starting up, just being around the campus, you can kind of feel the energy, that momentum, gearing up at the start of the school year. Have you gotten any kind of a sense of the student spirit here, what that's like? Because you may not be aware of this, but when homecoming comes down the turnpike in a few weeks here, homecoming week is crazy on this campus.
I do have a little bit of a sense. The leadership kids have been awesome and have been around quite a bit, and then I also have seen all the football players having their double days in the last few weeks. There's a ton of spirit, a lot of charisma. I'm really excited for the whole gang to show up on Monday and see everybody, because I think it's going to be awesome, and then I won't look so out of the ordinary in my orange shirt.
Yeah. Have you gone out and bought that new orange wardrobe yet?
I have bought part of it, but I'm waiting for some of the other attire. But yes, I have a lot of it.
All right, as we close it out, Mrs. Zammit, you touched earlier upon the curriculum and instruction aspect, Common Core. has come down the road, and we had a training for the staff here a couple days ago, and it's new to a lot of people. The English and math folks have been segueing a little bit longer than other departments have around the campus. But what will your role be with Common Core, and your thoughts about the whole Common Core process as we move really more towards analytical type writing and get away from the old pick A, B, C, or D out of a multiple choice list?
My role is going to be to support teachers in their instructional practices and obviously looking at how they used to instruct prior to Common Core and how they're going to change their lessons and move towards a more Common Core looking classroom, with whether it's project-based learning or things like that, but to support them in those things. And when it comes to Common Core, just making sure that all the different resources are in place. So for math, they're looking at Agile Mind and things like that. We're using that going forward. So just making sure that I can support them and make sure, it's going on in the classes. And, yeah.
All right, well, Mrs. Zammit, officially welcome aboard. Great to have you here on our campus. We'll look forward to a tremendous school year and all the energy that the kids bring when they show up here that first week.
I can't wait.
All right, that's Mrs. Tiffany Zammit, the new assistant principal at Half Moon Bay High School. I'm Pat Olson. Thanks for watching here on the CUSD YouTube web channel.